I used to do a lot of fishing all over. I was 10 at the time, but then I got sent away to school. And when I come back home, there was nothing.
My name is Nikki Wright. I'm the executive director of a small nonprofit based in Brentwood Bay, SeaChange Marine Conservation Society. We've been around since 1998. Much of our marine conservation and restoration work centers on a small provincial park, unceded land of the Wasanich peoples, commonly known as SÄIDÐÐEÐEÐ� Inlet, but known in the First Nations community as SNIDÐÐEÐEÐ�, the place of the blue grouse.
So I was digging clams, and all of a sudden I heard this go, "Ooh, holy smokes," and wondering what the heck is that? And it goes, "Ooh," again. And I guess we woke up this blue grouse. For us, it was a place where we went and dug clams, and I guess some of our people went there to meditate too because it was out of the way.
Place of the Blue Grouse was a wintering village for the First Nations for thousands of years. There's several archaeological sites there. It was a fishing, harvesting site until the turn of the 20th century. The Vancouver Portland Cement Company started the manufacturing of cement at that site. Even though that manufacturing happened over 100 years ago, the effects of the debris dumping, the dredging that happened in the estuary itself, and the damage to the soils persist to this day. And when we saw that site, it became very clear to me that one of the first things that we needed to do as an organization was to right a very unjust wrong and make this place healthier, to bring it back to ecological health. So all of our work over the last 20 years has been for that purpose. One day I was sitting along the beach after an environmental education program, and I thought to myself, well, this shouldn't be too hard to fix. This is all the debris, this is all the dumping that happened during the manufacturing days. Very, very little marine life. So 3 or 4 years later, in February 2017, we were able to realize a beach enhancement project on that site to restore that beach area to a functional, ecologically valuable beach. So with Ian Bruce's help and with the consultation with First Nations, in particular SÄIDÐÐEÐ� First Nations, we were able to achieve the very beginning of a much broader 100-year plan of restoration for the whole shoreline and the estuary and SNIDÐÐEÐEÐ. So this is just the beginning step.
My name is Ian Bruce. I'm the Executive Coordinator for Peninsula Stream Society. I've had experience doing similar type projects and always find they're a challenge to do, and I love a challenge, particularly if I can help the environment. This project now in 2017 allowed us to right some historical wrongs in terms of pollution in the nearshore marine environment, the beach area. We were able to remove contaminated soil and replace it with nice clean gravel. We looked at the marine sediments. SeaChange divers went out and did some core samples, like the backshore and the beach area had significant amount of pollutants in them. One of the most interesting parts of this project was that we brought the gravel in by barge, which reduced the carbon footprint of the gravel, made things a lot easier in the sense that we didn't have to truck gravel all the way from Duncan over the Malahat, and we were able to do it all in one day, whereas if the material had been trucked in, it would have probably taken over 2 weeks. The whole process between initial funding and concept on SeaChange's part to putting the gravel on the beach probably took in excess of 2 years, and in fact the gravel hit the beach and was spread in one day.
One of the outcomes that I hadn't predicted was how popular that site is now. A few days after it was Family Day, and Family Day brought flocks and flocks of children and families to that site, and I walked down there and just listen to the happiness of these families to actually use the area for picnicking, for walking, for enjoying that beautiful area. BC Parks has been very helpful in maintaining the area, and I would say it's just the beginning of a very long journey.
We can no longer say no. I would say there's always hope to do something. And without people like you and other people that work with you, we probably would never get it done. And we have to, what would you say, walk hand in hand and try and restore what's been destroyed.